One last thing I wanted to go over on PvP is that from doing PvP you get favor. It's basically just another currency. Obviously currency you get from PvP. I talked about that a little bit before, but there's a PvP vendor over here in Kalara Refuge. It's in this area if you're Defiant. He's got items level 12 minimum. I went ahead and actually bought the items because they were definitely better than the items I had. It did not take very long to get. They cost 514. Seems like an odd price, but anyway, they're 514 favor a piece. As you can see, just as a quick reference, the slippers are armor 27, intelligence 3, wisdom 3, endurance 3, and again require level 3. And of course, they've got items for leather, plate, chain, and all that. If you want to see the stats, you'll probably have to pop up the resolution a bit, and you can pause as I'm mousing over here, because I don't want to waste time reading all of them. Especially because if you're gonna play the game, you'll see them pretty quick. But anyway, just wanted to kind of show you that that's kind of the point of PvPing, at least so far. I'm assuming later on there'll probably be more reasons to PvP other than just the favor. But for now, there is items, gloves, and shoe, feet items. So just wanted to show you that. Hi guys, I wanted to go over some more of the PvP rewards. I am in the main city Meridian for the evil guys, whatever we're called, Defiant. I'm in the Qatari Command Center. It's hard to tell from the map, but if you go on the right hand side, it's not very hard to find. But I'm not going to go over all the stats and whatnot, but I just want to give you a very, very rough idea
your business
what
honors me.
The rewards kind of look like and what to expect. Now, keeping in mind I'm only level 17, I would say I've probably lost more of the battlegrounds than I've done. I might have done 10 to 15 matches total. I've spent probably 600 to 700 favor, and I'm back up to 666. Yes, I find it amusing as well that I have exactly 666 favor. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't take. So that gives you a rough idea how quickly you can get favor. I'm assuming you get more favor as you level per match. I'm assuming it doesn't stay level. I mean, just as a quick example, I'm assuming you don't get like 100 favor a match at level 10 and 100 favor a match at level 2. Now looking at some of the items here, this first merchant, she's got some basic stuff. It's all level, well, some of it's level 35. It's kind of a smattering of items. You're going to have to look at several vendors. It's kind of annoying how they did it. I wish they would have stuck with specific vendors for stuff at specific level ranges. But most of her stuff is 35, but if you look through, some of it's 45. It's kind of an assorted, just random assortment. Some of it's 50, and some of it requires faction, some of it doesn't. But she's with the Storm Guard. Again, I'm not sure who that is. I'm assuming we'll find out later. But some of it requires Honored Storm Guard. Let's see, the stuff at the top requires Storm Guard decorated, so I guess later on again we'll find out who that is. And when you do, you can start buying some of this stuff. Just take a quick look at some of what this stuff looks like graphically. Again, I'm not really going to go over the stats. If you want to look at the stats, you can pause the video. The leather helmet, pretty plain, goofy looking. This starts a quest, I guess. Not going to bother looking at gloves. Gloves look roughly the same. Again, I'm not going to go over all the stats, but just to give you a rough idea of what some of the stuff looks like.
May the winds return you someday.
This next guy is actually lower level stuff. He's got some level 25 things. He's got a chain coif. It's kind of creepy. Looks like something from some Assassin's Creed. That's the first thing I think. The cloth looks like exactly the same. It's kind of lame, I think, honestly. That's pretty creepy. Got a mace, leggings, wand. You see some of this stuff is 25, some of it's 35, and this stuff requires Moribund faction. Apparently I'm friendly with them. I don't remember where I was getting faction with them. It sounds kind of familiar, but I honestly don't remember offhand where I was getting faction with those guys. I did want to, like I said, I want to show you the graphics at least, so you can get an idea what some of this stuff's going to look like. There's a two-handed axe, one-handed dagger, as opposed to a two-handed dagger. The totem is pretty much invisible. Shield's pretty bland looking, honestly. That's kind of a cool looking little shield.
Let us trade again someday.
Now these guys, all their
the finest
items
goods
are
from
like
the finest
tiered.
hand.
Now here is kind of interesting. I'm assuming different classes have different options here. This person's giving me the option to buy Archmage for 2,500 favor. I'm assuming different classes can buy like Arc Rogue or whatever. You can actually click Control and preview your soul tree. I'm assuming you can replace one of your souls with whatever this PvP class is. As you might have guessed, the talents are PvP based. Like this reduced chance to be critically hit by players by 3%. Physical damage from players reduced by 3%. So on and so forth. So I'm assuming you just again replace one of your regular souls with the Archmage soul. Or, if you're a rogue, you replace it with your rogue PvP soul or whatever. But, relatively cheap. 2,500 favor, again, isn't really that much. You should be able to get that pretty easily, I'd imagine. Now, this stuff all requires, first of all, level 50 and prestige rank 2. I don't know what that is, what the prestige ranks are. I'm sure you can look on ZAM or riftjunkies.com and find information on that. I just wanted to kind of show you, a quick look at the stats. Again, I don't really want to focus on the stats because right now they could be arbitrary. I don't really know comparatively what they're really going to mean by the end game, if it's good, if it's bad. But we all want to know what we're going to look like at high end. So most of this stuff, I kind of looked through this stuff already. The tiers kind of alternate. So like this first tier is helms, rings, boots. Not really all that graphical. That's the chain stuff, by the way. I think, yeah, chain. This is going to be the cloth. Kind of a weird looking cloth. I don't like that blue, personally. That's just me. This is the leather. I like that helm. I dig the helm. And this is the plate. Now that plate helm is pretty good. That
Until
is
next
the
time.
tier 2 stuff. I'm calling it tier 2.
Looking for something?
It's prestige. I'm sorry, prestige rank 3. That was, I think. No, prestige rank 2. I don't know where the prestige rank 1 is. Maybe there just isn't one. Or you start at prestige rank 1. That's my assumption, I guess. Now you notice this stuff is breastplate, pants, shoulder pads, things like that. So this is the chain. You'll notice there's no helm. This is the cloth. Wait, I think I did something wrong. There we go. That's the chain. This is the cloth, and that's pretty creepy for a cloth. I gotta tell you. This is the leather, and that's the plate.
Until next time.
Your coin is always welcome.
I bet it is. Prestige rank 5. This is the chain. Oh, again. Now see, there's no helms. As far as I can tell, the only helms are at prestige rank 2, which is a bit weird. So I don't know what's up with that. So I'm not even going to bother looking at this stuff, except the weapons, which are at the bottom here. There's the Warhammer, which is Warriors and Clerics. Mace, which is Warrior, Cleric, Rogue. Great Staff, which is Cleric, Mage. Mage Blade, which is Warrior Mage Rogue. Shiv, which is a dagger. And that is... what is that? I'm looking at it. Rogue Mage, I'm assuming. I don't think a rogue would use that. It's kind of... that's pretty bland. This is a rifle. Well, I'm not going to say what that looks like. Battle axe. And a long sword. That looks kind of short for a long sword, but that's just
Always a pleasure.
I'm no arms expert.
Take a look. I'm sure I have what you need.
Alright, this is Prestige rank 6, and this is the chain. Don't know how you'd fight very efficiently with that. Oop, that's the chain. We got the shoulder guards. This is the claw. That's a cool look, I like that. That's the leather. And that's the plate. It's an interesting look for plate. I'm not sure if I'm really crazy about that. They're going with the big shoulder
bring
pad
you back
like
to
that.
trade again.
I don't know how people...
Take a look. I'm
how crazy
sure
people
I have
are
what you
gonna be
need.
for that. Now we're kind of going back to the lower level items. We're back to level 25, where you require faction again. This requires Eldritch Seekers, and I stress Seekers because there's somebody right over here you'll see that requires Eldritch Vanguard. But a lot of these items, honestly, look pretty much the same as far as graphically, but they are level 25, so it's kind of nice if you've picked up some favor, just taking a break from doing quests, grabbing some favor. You can pick up some nice blue items. I showed you the gloves and boots in the same video that I picked up. I'm still wearing those at level 17. So, it's definitely nice to pick some stuff up. There's the archaeologist robes. Not really super crazy about those. The Herod type shoulders. That's interesting. What is that? Oh, accessories. Let's see any other graphical stuff. And let's see, the very last guy we have over here. Oh, no.
Your coin is always welcome.
And this guy, Eldritch Vanguard, again. This guy's level 50, though. All his stuff is level 50, I believe. Yeah, he does have some epic stuff, though. But he also requires very high faction on this stuff. Revered, which is, I believe, the highest faction required. See, now here's one thing I really don't like. You see here that we're using models. I'm pretty sure it's the same bizarro looking gun that the other guy had, or that the PvP gun was looking like. I mean, it's gonna happen, but it's kind of disappointing to see it happening already. Not a big deal. There's a mount, 90% mount. That's nice to see. It's only level 40 mount too. The regular mounts that I have now, the mount I have now is 60%. Just most of the ones I've seen are 60% mount. So that's nice to see. He's got a bunch of rings, things of that nature. So it looks like, what is that? Eldritch Vanguard.
Let us trade again someday.
Will be a faction you will want to work on.
It would be inhospitable not to give you a good deal.
And Favor Quartermaster. This guy is not any kind of faction, but all of his stuff takes 50, level 50. That's the Warhammer, the Mace, Great Staff, Mage Blade, Shiv, the Rifle, kind of a skimpy looking rifle, Battle Axe, and the Longsword.
May the winds return.
But anyway,
you
like I
someday.
said, I didn't want to go too in depth about the stats and whatnot. I'm sure if you go to Zam's Rift site, I'm sure you can find probably the stats online there. That's why I wanted to get you to see what they look like in game and on the character, just to give you an idea. of what you can roughly expect from doing the PvP battlegrounds and whatnot, and let you know they are going to give you rewards. There'll probably be more rewards. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, that's just, again, what I found in game. I haven't looked that much because I don't play the PvP a whole lot. But anyway, I know, you know, some people have been asking me a little bit more about PvP. So there you go. If you have any more questions, just leave them in the comments or send me a message.